hot.
That was fresh.
I'm really, really hot.
Here we go. Fucking with the best.
Everybody clap your hands. Everybody clap your hands. Everybody clap your hands. Everybody.
Welcome back to Conscious Fever, hosted by Carl Pride.
I'm really, really hot.
That was fresh.
I'm really, really hot.
Here we go. Fucking with the best.
Everybody clap your hands. Everybody clap your hands. Everybody clap your hands. Everybody.
Welcome back to Conscious Fever, hosted by Carl Pride.
I'm really, really hot.
That was fresh.
I'm really, really hot.
Here we go.
Welcome to the Conscious Fever podcast, hosted by Carl Price and Paul Mullins. Coming to you live from Louisville, Kentucky.
Conscious Fever, hosted by Carl Price.
Either way, I don't give a damn what you think you are entitled to.
Ladies and gentlemen, the moment you've been waiting for. So listen responsibly.
It's the best of the best. It's the one and only DJ Ice, Louisville's coldest DJ.
There you are. I thought you would never join us. Good evening. I'm Carl. Thank you. Good evening. I'm Carl Price. Here on Ice Entertainment Television and Conscious Fever Radio. I am your host tonight here on Conscious Fever. Paul Mullins is with me. We've got some topics to talk about. I think we sort of mentioned the topics. These are the topics. Not again. The militarization of black cities in America. And a crisis at the curb confronting bus stop shootings and juvenile violence.
What's a black city?
Here in Louisville. Y'all like those? Okay, yeah. I thought y'all would.
Black city.
I don't know what black cities are, but I think it has something to do with the fact that there are black mayors. I'm Carl Price. This is Conscious Fever here on Ice Entertainment Television, Conscious Fever Radio. Thank you for the applause. Tonight, that's what we're going to talk about. Many of you know that there have been bus stop shootings here in Louisville, 2 the first week of school, 1 fatal, 1 arrest only, and potentially 2 teenagers doing the same thing. 2 different teenagers responsible for the crimes, according to the reports. So we're going to talk about that tonight. Who's really responsible for this? So what I can see here is called a crisis at the curb, confronting bus stop shootings and juvenile violence here in Louisville. So that's some of what we're talking about tonight. I am here tonight with Paul Mullins, and we're going to try to talk about that. But we're also going to talk about Donald Trump and sending the military into the cities. And is this a pattern? And let me just back up and talk about the bus just for a second. Did you all know that there's been like multiple bus stop shootings here in Louisville since, let's say, 2018? It's a crisis and it's a pattern. But there's also a pattern of what is taking place nationwide, and we're going to talk about that also. So I'm Carl Price. This is Conscious Fever here on Ice Entertainment Television, Conscious Fever Radio. As we always do, we're going to take a quick break. When I come back, Paul's going to join me. We're going to talk about some of the comments and welcome everybody to the show tonight. And then we're going to talk about these topics. And I want you to join us tonight on these topics. So this is serious, very serious stuff here in Louisville. Don't go nowhere. We'll be right back.
I don't want them, no, get them all off me. Say down for L, she'll cause a scene. 4 cars deep, we'll come through on the lane 9. Chicken spot, wings and fries, we call that a day night. Lights on, so out, I don't have no stage fright. Knew that I was built for this forever, ever, ever.
You are listening to Conscious Fever, hosted by Carl Price.
We ride bands, 10 times 10, all my friends, it's for real.
And we are back with more Conscious Fever, hosted by Carl Price, Esquire.
All right, welcome back to Conscious Fever here on Ice Entertainment Television and Conscious Fever Radio. I am your host. These are our topics tonight. They look like this. Not again militarization. I can't talk tonight, and don't F with me tonight, Paul. And a crisis at the curb confronting bus stop shootings and juvenile stuff here in Louisville. Juvenile violence here in Louisville. Tonight I'm here with Paul Mullins. How you doing, my friend?
I'm all right.
Yeah. Man, this is some tough stuff to talk about tonight, right?
Kids is buck wild.
Yeah, I mean, kids are really, really buck wild. Paul, before we get started, let's welcome some people who have joined us here tonight, if we can. Young lady that says hello.
Hello.
Miss Boone, how are you? Thanks for joining us tonight. Stephanie, hello, as always. Yeah, thank you, Stephanie. I guess whatever that means.
I think you know what that means.
Mr. Lion King, okay, there he is. He is here. I didn't know you were married, Paul.
Recently, yeah.
Oh, you recently got married?
Yeah.
Was that when you all were talking about, hey, Madeline, thanks for joining us tonight. And there's Stephanie again. Guess who's joining us tonight, Paul? Look at that.
Oh, Monique, what's going on?
Monique. Hey, Conscious Fever family. Hey, Monique, where you been? Yeah, hey to you as well. Trying to figure out where you are. There you go. She said hey to Paul. There you go, Paul, my husband. Hey, Andrew, thanks for tuning in. Mr. Cochran, by the way, him and his boys are going to be having a podcast, and I can't wait to see it. So, Andrew, thanks for joining us tonight. Appreciate you joining in. Stay with us, huh?
What's the podcast about?
I don't know Andrew, maybe you can tell us what the podcast is about, and we can talk about it. Okay, thank you, Stephanie.
How you know she's talking about me?
Well, I mean, she is. Yeah. I don't know who's jealous. But anyway, Paul, what do you think, man?
Tell people that the comments on YouTube show up. Facebook still have
I guess I should tell you that also. If you are watching us on Facebook, if you are watching us on Facebook, we can't see your comments. So if you want to us to broadcast your comments, just join us on. Join us on YouTube. YouTube, the handle is Conscious Fever. It's the Conscious Fever page on YouTube. So join us there. Thank you, Paul, for reminding me.
We can see the comments. We just can't post them sometimes.
Okay. So, Paul, first of all, let me know how your week is. Hold on. We asked the question, so we might as well get the answer to it. How about this? Andrew Cochran said our podcast is about sports, culture, and relationships. That should be interesting.
Yeah.
I mean, well, you got to be careful when you talk about relationships because they will actually join you. Hello, Renee. Thanks for joining us tonight.
Updated photo.
You said what?
That's an updated photo.
Is that? Oh, is that an updated photo?
Mm-hmm.
Are you sure of that?
No.
You're not sure of that?
It's just different.
It's just different.
It's a YouTube photo.
Okay, I got you.
It's a Facebook.
Well, listen, Paul. I want to dive into. This, man. I really want to talk about this, man, and I want to get your feedback. Well, you know what you know what there is to talk about. So I want to talk about, just before we leave here tonight, I want to talk about, and let me just give you all my viewpoint on this, and maybe the Conscious Fever viewpoint, but maybe not Ice Entertainment Television's viewpoint. You saw the banner. I mean, the banner that we saw is a crisis at the curb, confronting bus stop shootings and juvenile violence in Louisville. And the question is really, how do we do that? So when we talk about a crisis at the curb, confronting bus stop shootings and juvenile violence in Louisville, what does that all mean? Let me give you all a little background. So since 2020, Louisville has witnessed a deeply disturbing pattern, gunfire near our school bus stops. Our children waiting to learn are instead learning to duck for cover. Since 2020, these acts of violence have not been isolated. They are becoming routine. And that, my friends, is a tragedy we cannot allow to continue. Let me walk you through just a few of these heartbreaking incidents, right? In June, Paul, 2020, a man was shot in the head and killed while waiting at a bus stop at 18th and Market. In September 2021, 2 young students were shot, one fatally, while waiting for their school bus. The gunfire came from a passing car. In 2023, a 16-year-old, Paul, you may remember this, Tyree
all
Smith.
in Louisville?
All in Louisville. Tyree Smith was shot and killed at a bus stop on Chestnut Street. A report later revealed the school district had been warned about safety concerns in that very area but failed to act. In August 2025, just a few days ago and this week, a woman walking a child to a bus stop in the Russell neighborhood was gunned down in broad daylight. Just days before that, a 15-year-old allegedly opened fire near the same area, sending students fleeing in fear. My question to everybody out there, if you're listening, everybody out there, how many more children must run the bullets or run from bullets before we admit that we are not doing enough? This is not a tale of unpredictable violence. It's a pattern. And it is happening at bus stops, places that should be sacred ground for safety. But despite this crisis, city leadership has offered the same tired responses. My opinion, we can't have a cop at every bus stop, or, well, let's expand after-school programs. Respectfully, that's not good enough. We need to say plainly what's going on, or really what's going wrong. So here we go, Paul. The criminal justice system in Louisville is failing our children. It is failing to hold juvenile offenders accountable. It is failing to deter future crimes. And it is failing to reassure families that anyone is doing something. We have 15-year-olds with guns. We have repeated offenders that are being released, sometimes hours after being detained. And we have a culture of plea bargaining that has made a mockery of public safety. When a teenager fires a weapon near a school or a bus stop, that is not just a youthful mistake. That is a felony that endangers dozens of lives. Yet, our justice system treats these cases with kid gloves. Prosecutors negotiate pleas down. Judges hand out life sentences in the name of rehabilitation. But where's the rehabilitation when the shootings keep happening? Let me be clear. I am not saying throw away the key, but I am saying that accountability matters. And right now, our system sends a dangerous message to would-be offenders. If you're underage, the consequences are soft. This is unacceptable. Unacceptable to our prosecutors. So to our prosecutors, our judges, our public defenders, you must stop treating juvenile shooters as if they are harmless. They are not firecrackers. They are bullets, and they kill. To the city, I say stop deflecting and start directing. Direct resources to the bus stops where we know there's danger. Assign consistent patrols, even if temporary. Use technology and install cameras. Coordinate with JCPS and make clear that these zones are protected. And to parents, this crisis is not just the city's problems. If you have a teenager, especially one who is drifting toward violence, you must intervene. Know who your child's friends are. Check their bags, monitor their social media, demand answers. Because when your child pulls a trigger, the pain ripples far beyond your home. Finally, to our state lawmakers, I say this: we need stronger laws. We need enhanced penalties for anyone, juvenile or adult, who fires a gun within 1,000 feet of a school or bus stop. We need mandatory reporting of gun possession by minors. We need real tools, not slogans, to protect our children. If we can't guarantee that a child can wait for the school bus without dodging bullets, what kind of city are we? The time for press conferences and platitudes have passed. Our kids are under fire. Now we must act. That's my opinion, Paul, and I'm sticking to it.
All right, you off your soapbox?
I am off my soapbox, but hold on before you start yours. I'm gonna look at some of these comments. But go ahead. We'll
No. Go
ahead.
Well, you know,
I know
first
you
of all,
got. I know you have.
You
some.
saying the
What's
judges
some?
are too soft on kids?
No. I'm not saying that. I'm saying some cases. Some cases. Not all.
I can't think of any case that's more paramount for judges in the Jefferson County court system, especially. And I'm imagining even worse in the county, other counties. Jefferson County is perceived as being the most lenient on crime compared to the counties. I don't know whether that's true, but that's the way people perceive it. But we handle a lot more cases than the other counties combined, probably. I don't know the statistics. I just know from experience that we handle a lot more cases. And I know that the paramount cases are kids and guns are paramount. Like, there's not much worse than that. So we can say it's the judges. We can say it's you got to put I think you're advocating putting a cop on every corner.
I think
every bus stop. That's not going to work.
But
that's not really.
No, I'm saying is,
when you take away resources from one area, then you leave another one open. The problem's bigger than this. It's obviously there's too many guns on the. We've been saying.
So what do you think the problem is, Paul?
Too many guns on the streets. It's more. You've heard this statistic. I don't even know if it's true, but it's a meme that everybody tells. More guns in the United States than people. That's the problem. I mean, if you put kids or people in general in a room full of toys, they're gonna want to play with the toys. Right?
Yeah.
So guns are the problem. The NRA has a stranglehold on what we think is right and wrong about guns because of the Second Amendment. But okay, fine. I talked to somebody else about this earlier. You know I've said this before. Have as many guns as you want. Give everybody 8 guns per household. I don't care. As many guns as you want. Doesn't matter. Make the ammo expensive. And make people say, okay, if I'm going to fire a shot, it's going to cost me $300 a shot or something. Or make people have to make ammo at home, which is not going to be as good a grade and it's not going to be as accurate. I mean, we got to do something other than the same thing over and over. There's got to be another solution. You can have as many guns as you want. Ammo's controlled. You got to shoot ammo at a gun range. You can't just be walking around with the ammo. And then, make the gun laws lighter if you want to. Just make the ammo illegal. A loaded gun is different from a gun. But either way it goes, people are going to find a way to do bad.
So, if that is the case, so we don't do anything to try to curb it?
No, the only way you curb people from shooting people is get rid of the guns. You can't shoot somebody with a gun.
But the Second Amendment says that we can't.
I know, but we got to do something. You got to do something. The Second Amendment says we can. I agree. So, if any amendment that's going to be relooked at, it had to be that one. But
it would be the Second Amendment. So,
but what about the ammo? Does the Second Amendment prohibit you from having the ammo?
All I'm saying, Paul, is that we have to be able to get back control of, out of all places, our neighborhood bus stops.
Right, but the reason why people do that is because it's too easy to drive by and shoot somebody. But if guns weren't as accessible, and they are, quit blaming blame the kids for having the guns. Let me restate that. Blame the kids for having the guns. But where did they get the guns? Like, you got to get a hold of where these guns are getting to the kids, because these 15-year-olds aren't going to the store and buying guns.
So who's responsible?
Parents, at the end of the day.
So you think at the end of the day, it's the parents' responsibility? I mean,
did your kids ever decide to pick up a gun and go shoot somebody?
No comment. But listen. But let me just say this. Let me just come back to this incident here in Jefferson County. On the first day of school, which I believe was a Wednesday or Thursday. Anyway, first day of school, there was somebody
Thursday,
out there
right?
shooting.
Yeah.
Right, and it is alleged that a 15-year-old has been arrested. We don't know because.
And they killed a kid and his mom, right?
No. That's the second one. I'm talking about the first one. The first one, we saw an image of a kid just fired. Right, it looked as if he was young. So I don't know where he was, but anyway. But allegedly, a 15-year-old has been arrested, and we take that for what it's worth. What I'm saying is that what are we doing to juveniles who have firearms in this city? I mean, are we telling them in the courtroom that, oh, this is your first offense? You know, the first offense may have been just lucky enough to not kill anybody.
They generally lock you up for at least 24 hours on a gun charge.
24 hours?
Yeah, you know how you, yes. I mean, well.
Only 24 hours?
Let me just tell you. You'll get locked up. You go to court within 24 hours. You'll have a kind of like a probable cause type hearing, and then you go to a detention hearing. And you might get out on the detention hearing, but generally they hold you to a detention hearing, which could be 24 to 48 hours later, on the gun charge, because everybody comes there innocent. Nobody ever comes into court and says, yeah, Judge, I had the gun. I was shooting it. I was doing whatever. You know, and everybody's we as lawyers, you as lawyer, me as a lawyer, we go in and say, what, Carl? Are we part of the problem? We go in and say what? We go in and say, my client's innocent. And maybe, you know, they probably are by the time we get done talking to them. My client's innocent, and they're entitled to defense. That's part of the justice system. I don't think it starts with, I don't think you can blame.
What we do is
I don't think you can blame the justice system, because the justice system didn't put the gun in the kid's hand.
I understand, but that's where all the rules are, man.
Yeah, but the justice system didn't put the gun. You think that the kid, knowing that he's going to lose spend any time in JCYC or do any kind of jail time or even be charged as an adult, you think that's deterring the kids on the morning that they're out there shooting at somebody's mom, shooting at another kid for whatever beef they have? That's not the deterrent.
No, Paul.
It's not, because they don't think like adults. They don't think like us.
I understand that, Paul, but if we believe what you just said, then every juvenile should be charged with a crime because they don't think like adults. What I'm saying to you is that I think that if we hold juveniles, and I never went to juvenile court because I literally have a moral conflict with disciplining juveniles too harsh.
Well, then you're part of the problem.
No. Discipline them too harsh. And the reason I don't want to discipline them too harsh, in my opinion, years ago, I thought this. I never wanted to go and work in the juvenile division when I was a prosecutor because I always thought that, you know, there's hope for every juvenile. So why find
That's not
ourselves throwing
true.
the book? You know, no, hold on a second. Why find ourselves throwing the book at them? So what I'm saying is that I think that the accountability ought to be stronger. And so what I pose to you, Paul, is that what if this 15-year-old is arrested and he finds that that gun is from his household? Should the parent have some responsibility?
Depends on how you got a hold. Depends on how you got a hold of it, and I guess it also depends on how. I don't know how you legislate that, but obviously, if you're in a household where mom or dad is handling guns and threatening people with guns, the kid's just gonna do what they do. I don't know if
giving the kid access.
Giving the kid access is probably a problem, but I think you'd have to have some knowledge that he might do this, because I don't think just having a gun in the household, you could have the gun in the household and be a very responsible gun owner and teach your kids responsibility. I don't want to take that away from some people, but then you might not have that same type of accountability and responsibility and just have a gun willy-nilly around the house, a duffel bag full of guns, and threaten to use on people all the time, and the kid be like, well, that's what we do. You could have a kid who's you don't have a lot of control over, and maybe you shouldn't let him have knowledge.
Right, but you also said earlier, you commented about holding parents accountable.
They need to be held accountable, but it's a case-by-case basis.
And so all I'm asking you is that, do you really believe that it is a disciplinary issue as opposed to a criminal justice issue? A disciplinary issue at home as opposed to a criminal justice issue? No parent can be a perfect parent, and no parent can stop their kid from being the person that they are, right. You know, ultimately. But what you try to do as a parent is you try to teach your kids right from wrong, you know, good and bad, and how to act morally. And that's all you can do as a parent. But then some parents are above and beyond in their teaching, and some parents are lackluster in their teaching. And so obviously if a parent is directly responsible for that child having access and he goes out and kills somebody, I certainly believe that if my child was injured by a parent who didn't, you know, take more care in their guns and knew or should have known that their kid was capable of doing something like it, yeah, hold them responsible. Yeah, but okay, so here's my question.
My kid ain't got to get shot because you acting stupid at home.
Right. Let me pose this question to you, Paul. I don't know if you heard, as we talk about this first shooting, the kid that was out there shooting around the bus stop at the time, I think that the kids were getting off the bus, or maybe in the morning before they were when they were getting on the bus, at whatever point there was a kid out there shooting. I understand that kid, the 15-year-old that has been arrested, he was turned in by his father. Did you know that?
Good.
No, I'm just asking. Let me ask you.
No, I didn't know that.
First. Did you know that? Okay.
No.
So I saw an interview of his father, and his father said, I saw the image on TV, and I said, wow, that looks like my son. So, I sort of confirmed, and then I called and told the police, I think that's my son. Maybe this is where you can find. So my question to you is, would you have turned your son in? Put the camera on him, producer.
I don't know, man. I don't know. That's the right. That's the right thing to do. But I ain't got to face that situation, thank goodness. But that's a tough question. I mean, you turn yourself in for a son who had a wreck and didn't report it. But do you turn yourself in for a wreck that he didn't report and he killed somebody? Man, that's a tough call. I'm not gonna sit here and play like.
That's a movie, man. That's
I
a movie.
know. I'm
That's
not
a movie.
gonna sit,
Did you see the movie with
I'm just
Harrison
saying,
Ford?
I'm not gonna sit here and play like it that I wouldn't have a crisis.
That was a movie where Harrison.
We'd all have a crisis. We all know what the right thing to do is. We all know what we should do. We all know what we say we would do. But I ain't never faced that crisis. I don't.
No, I know, and it's really a tough question. I mean, it's a tough moral.
But he did the right thing.
Everything. Well, you say he did the right thing.
I mean, he did. That's strong moral character to turn your own son in, unless the truth is everybody knew who he was and he didn't have no choice. But I mean, that's.
Now, I'm not sure. I'm not sure if the police would go so
far
as
not,
to put it on. Put an image out there and say, "Help us identify him."
Right, but when you say "help us identify him," I mean, his father ain't the only one in the world that knows him. So
no, I understand.
That's not difficult.
But I think if you saw your kid in a still photo, you'd be like, that looks like Jonathan.
Right, but I'm saying the question is, what do you do next?
No, okay, so
look, I applaud the guy. I don't know who he is. Okay. I don't know.
But it would be a tough call for you to turn. I
think it's a tough call for him. I'm just saying I don't know.
I think it's a tough call for every parent. I actually wanted to invite him onto the show to talk about,
Trying to get punched in the eye, man.
You said what?
You trying to get punched in the eye?
Who?
Go ask the man to come on the show and talk about it.
No, man, ask him to come on the show.
Right, turn his kid in, man. I don't want to talk about it.
Well, he talked about it to the news media.
I know, but
obviously, there was a need to talk about it. I don't know, but anyway, I just
was he the one that killed somebody?
The kid was just shooting.
Right, that's different. That's different. Turning the kid who killed somebody. That's a bigger dilemma.
Yeah, it really is. Kids are different from aged times. They are more violent, interested in selling drugs and engaging in violence that is resulting in deaths. Where do you think that comes from, Alvin?
Well, he's saying, because it surprised me. Alvin's right on point. It surprised me that the shooters were that young. I don't remember being in ninth grade.
All of them.
Thinking about being that violent or anybody being that violent.
The last reported probably 5 or 6 shootings in this city that have been publicized. I know there's been many more. If you go looking on Louisville Hood News on TikTok or Instagram, you see many, many more. But the last widely reported, have all been juveniles. The last 5 or 6 have all been juveniles. And so I don't know.
Guns are easy to buy, I guess.
Yeah, but where's the parental responsibility here, though, Paul? We can talk about the criminal justice system and throw them in jail.
It's not.
But where's the parental responsibility?
The parental responsibility probably was lost way before 15. When I say responsibility, I don't mean like legal responsibility. I'm saying the parental control or the ability to parent that child was probably lost way before 15.
But isn't it the parent's responsibility to at least tell somebody? And I know when you tell somebody, sometimes parents are reaching out for help from the system and the system doesn't reach back. I get that. But I'm just saying, do you just say, well, the parent has lost control of the child and that's it?
That's the only thing you can do.
Or do you keep that responsibility ball right there in the glove of the parents?
Some evil people were once kids. And people don't recognize that. You stated all kids are redeemable, and I said no, they're not. And we got to start recognizing that not all kids are redeemable. That's sad to say. It's terrible to say.
I think
it is terrible to say.
No,
it's horrible to say.
No, it is horrible to say, Paul. But I think they all are.
Okay. Well, Charles Manson was a kid once. Jeffrey Dahmer was a kid once.
They were not kids.
They were all kids once. They were all kids once.
Paul, they were not kids when they committed their crime.
But they were all kids once.
We're talking about kids who are committing the crimes, and we're talking about whether they deserve an opportunity to be rehabilitated. Jeffrey Dahmer, we don't give a damn about his life when he was young.
But when you look at his life when he was young, all the signs were there that he was crazy as
So what is that? Okay,
he was,
so what are you saying?
Instead of killing people, he was killing like animals and shit.
Right. So are you saying
mutilating animals, and nobody cared?
So
I mean, I ain't gonna say nobody cared, but
So are
nobody.
you saying that we should get, once we get like this 15-year-old that's been arrested and he's charged with like 33 felonies, do we just throw him to the wolves?
Well, what do you do? Because I'm 15.
He shot at the bus stop. He fired a firearm at the bus stop. He didn't kill anybody. He didn't hit anybody. But obviously, wanton endangerment
So
in
if
our
you right,
city
I was gonna
is-
say, so if you're an adult and you just went to a bus stop and shot somebody, you think they just give you a year in jail? That'd be a pretty serious wanton endangerment, right?
Well, it's a pretty serious wanton endangerment for
Right.
this kid
So
with 33 felony counts. What I'm asking you is
So I'm
that,
saying, what do you do? Do you say, oh, he's a
do you
juvenile?
think he? I mean, what do you think is an appropriate punishment for him, assuming that he's guilty, and they've got the right one?
If he wasn't my client, I'm throwing a book at him.
Wow.
If he's my client, he's innocent.
Wow. Wow.
Yeah.
Hey, we're going to talk about the. We're going to take some more comments. We'll talk to the people. I guess we can talk, right, Paul?
Yeah.
We can give some of this. We can give you. Andrew Cochran says that's a hard choice to turn.
Yeah.
To turn on your own child.
For anything.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's tough. I think it's tough. Don't know what that gift is. Madeline, you don't think you can turn your
That's
kid?
a hard call, man.
I mean, it's hard. It's
Like,
hard.
that's a good dude
What's that?
to turn his own kid in. Even though everybody knows it's him, it's a good dude.
Is a Rolex a good gift for a significant other? Yeah, if you can afford it.
Well, they ain't having their own conversation. What the hell?
No.
We talking about kids getting shot. Y'all talking about Rolexes.
Yeah, she said Your Honor. Have you seen the movie Your Honor?
No.
That's the name of the
That's
movie.
the name of the movie?
That's the movie that Harrison Ford, and I'll tell you real quick before her post goes down. Basically, Harrison Ford is a judge. His kid hits somebody and he leaves the scene and he kills a 17-year-old. And he comes in and they all cover it up. What?
Wow. I mean, damn.
Yeah. I mean, I'm just saying that. What?
Can I move that right there?
No.
Okay.
Move what? What are you talking about?
Go ahead. Continue.
Yeah, she said Your Honor is a name. Carl, did you reverse in age? I am always reversing in age. I am always people. I'm just going to tell you. I don't want to talk about me on this show, but I'm just going to tell you that I'm always. What are you talking about?
It's reversing age.
Reversing age, yeah. Reversing in age. I'm going to tell you all a secret. I'll share a secret with you all one day about looking like you're reversing. I mean, you can. I'll tell y'all now. All you have to do is just drink alkaline water.
Is that right? What is that? Alkaline water?
That's why you're not reversing in age, Paul.
Well, I don't need to. I'm not aging at all. So don't
Well,
matter.
you will.
I ain't got to
You will.
reverse. I ain't
And
going
I'm
nowhere.
just saying that if you want to.
I'm 65, ladies.
if you want to reverse your age, everybody out there, if you want to reverse your age, at least 7.4 alkaline water. Drink it every day.
What
if
is
you can.
alkaline water?
Alkaline water is just water with alkaline.
Is that like
High
manna from
alkaline.
heaven that kept the Jews alive when they
No.
were
I'm just
in
Paul.
Canaan?
Paul, quit
I'm
showing,
just-
quit showing your ignorance, okay?
Oh.
It's alkaline water. The health nuts know what I'm talking about. Health conscious people, they don't have to be nuts. They know what I'm talking about. And what I'm saying to you, what she say?
I don't believe
Paul,
you.
don't lose your BAM, your BAM listening to Carl.
Right, exactly. Exactly.
Okay.
All right.
Anyway, Paul, we're gonna.
Yeah, you see, saying take a break.
Yeah, we need to take a quick break. Once after this break, I'm going to talk about how Trump is sending the military, but only to, coincidentally, black-controlled cities. We'll be right back. Go read those comments.
Now check it out.
I have wept and I have fallen. Don't you worry about me. 'Cause I stood up, yes, I have grown. The pain has set me free. And like a broken record in my head.
Welcome back to Conscious Fever, hosted by Carl Price.
All right, welcome back to Conscious Fever here on Ice Entertainment Television and Conscious Fever Radio. I am Carl Price, your host, here in the studios here at Ice Entertainment Television. Hey, you want to go back to the comment board, Paul? There was a comment here about what we were talking about. Politicians blame broken families in the African American sector while ignoring that youthful whites are mass school shooters. We don't have probable answers. Many blame rap.
I don't know if there's one. I don't know if there's one thing you can blame other than the fact that as a society we're kind of what would you call it? Degenerating, degrading.
Degrading, yeah.
We don't have the same values in our society that we used to. I mean, when I was growing at 15, drive-by shootings were done by, I swear it feels like older kids. You know, like
I don't remember drive-by shootings.
Well, the drive-bys were starting up when I was going to college, but it was always seemed like it was by older people in bigger cities.
Yeah.
Now it's everywhere, and it's just like, how can you send your kid to school if they ain't safe on a bus stop, man?
Right. So let's switch gears here, B. We can come back and talk about the bus stop if y'all have comments about him, but let's talk about
Donald Trump.
Your man.
No, not my man. Look, there's so much to talk about Donald Trump, y'all. Y'all know everything that's going on. We've been kind of quiet, but you just can't stay quiet no more. It's getting out of control. So now he's going to send the military and all the major cities he tested it with Los Angeles or tested with DC and then Los Angeles.
DC and yeah.
Now he's taking his trip on the road. He's going to every major city near you.
Right.
So it's getting bad.
So so the title here is not again the militarization of black cities in America. I couldn't say that earlier, but I was able to say it. So I think, Paul, that there is a parallel to what we see happening. And I'm going to board our audience. Yeah, there's a parallel to something that happened back in the 50s, the 60s, the 20s, and the 30s in the South.
Okay.
Let me tell you about it. Okay. So just so you know, Paul, what we're doing is we are witnessing something dangerous, something familiar, something rooted in the nation's long history of suppressing black progress through the threat of force. Do you agree with that?
Through the threat of force.
Yeah.
So you think that he's okay? I'll come back to that. Go ahead.
Okay. Well, what I'm saying is that today it wears a different uniform, but the purpose is the same: to intimidate and control communities of color under the pretext of public safety. Let's examine what has happened. Former president and the president today, I call him the former and the president, President Donald Trump has taken the extraordinary steps of sending military, I agree with that, Paul, send the military force into African American cities is what we're referring to him as. First it was Los Angeles, then it was Washington, D.C. Most recently, he's turned his attention to Chicago and threatens to do the same in cities like Birmingham, Atlanta, and Philadelphia.
Why are you calling them black cities?
All of these cities have three things in common. You ready? Their homicide and violent crime rates have been falling. They are run by Democrats. And most importantly, they are led by black mayors. This is not about crime, Paul. It's about control. It is a targeted campaign of federal intimidation. President Trump is sending a message. If your city elects black leadership and doesn't share his politics, you might be next. He did not send the military to white Republican-led cities, Paul.
Tulsa, Oklahoma.
He didn't. I'm just saying he didn't target. Right. But he didn't target areas where violence was worse. Right? He chose to occupy cities with black leadership, cities where black people have organized, voted, and governed. We've seen this before. In 1965, Paul, when peaceful protesters marched across the Edmund Pettus Bridge in Selma, Alabama, they were met with clubs and horses, not because they were violent, but because they were demanding power. State-sanctioned violence, that's what federal government is doing now, was used to remind them, this isn't your country. In 1967, Paul, you may recall, during uprisings in cities like Detroit and Newark sparked by racial injustice, military force was deployed to suppress black neighborhoods, not to serve or protect them, but to crush any show of resistance or political unity. Trump's pattern today is no different. Do you agree?
I mean, he's lying about his purpose. He's saying that it's for, he's invoking a power that doesn't even apply. And it's not because I'm not upset that he's doing it. We knew he was going to try some BS. It's because the people that are supposed to protect democracy are letting it happen.
Yeah, but here's what he's doing. Here's what he's really doing. He cloaks it in language like law and order, but we know it when we see it, right? It is a dog whistle with sirens. It is the Jim Crow playbook wrapped in a modern-day executive order. Let me be clear, just so you know, Paul, and everybody. This is not about safety. If it were, we would see investments in violence prevention programs, youth employment, and community policing. But instead, we get soldiers, we get tanks, we get occupation. So here's what I say to the people of Chicago, D.C., L.A., Atlanta, Birmingham, and Philadelphia. Just stand tall. These cities represent, and I'm sure you agree, Paul, resilience and innovation and black excellence. That is why they are being targeted. But we cannot let them be isolated because when one mayor is undermined, every community is vulnerable. So to the mayors, what I would say is do not flinch. History is on your side. And to the rest of America, this is not just a black issue. This is a democracy issue. If one president can unilaterally send in federal troops every time a city disagrees with him politically or demographically, then local control, home rule, and democratic elections mean nothing. We must say no, Paul, to authoritarian impulses dressed in military fatigues. We must say no to the use of federal power as a weapon against black leadership, okay? And we must say no to fear. In the end, this moment would be judged not just by Trump's threats, but by our courage in the face of them. Right? Here's what I believe, Paul. Hold on, let me just say this last thing. We've come too far to let a bully with the title drag us back. We should protect our cities. Let us protect our mayors. And above all, let's protect our democracy.
Yeah, I think he is prepping us for what he perceives to be a civil war.
To be a what?
Civil war between two different ideologies. That's why the Republicans are letting him do whatever he wants, because they've got a long game where they're going to eliminate all opposition. And you're getting people used to, well, he put the troops there and it's legal.
Right.
And then when it's time to implement, I guarantee you, this is my prediction. The next time troops appear in cities, it'll be around election time.
It'll be around what?
Election time.
When what appears in the city?
The next time the troops appear in the cities will be around election time.
To
watch.
Stop,
Wait
to
and
stop
see.
The voting.
Watch.
Drive-by shootings was done in the 40s by white mobsters. Okay, yeah, that's true. You're right about that, Alvin.
Well, we were talking about with black youth and just the youth in general. Not 14-year-olds. Did the mobsters use 14-year-olds? I don't think so.
Are you disagreeing with him?
No, I'm saying I don't think the mobsters use 14-year-olds. 14 and 15-year-olds is what we're talking about today. Now you got kids, 14 and 15. Like, I just don't know if they had the mindset of 14 or 15 to go do some shooting. I mean, even the mobsters would have been like, son, you're too young to go on this trip. Right?
Yeah.
Too young to go on this trip. Drop it like it's hot. I just think that he's prepping us to, for this civil war. I'm telling you. I mean, how much did people even come out and protest the troops in the city? I don't recall seeing that. Maybe they did.
You say the troops in the city?
In D.C. Did people come out and protest the militarization, as you call it? But I think they only arrested like 100 people, right? So you put the military there to arrest 100 people and claim that the police there are no good and can't do their job. It's just.
I mean, I think we know on the federal level that this is all just a show.
It's a show to say that.
But it is a dangerous show.
It's really just a show to, like you said, to undermine the so far black leadership because he didn't go to New York.
Right, and
he didn't plop troops in New York.
Right, not yet.
I mean, he didn't.
I mean, he says he's going to.
And he's only done them in Democratic states.
Some says he's on his revenge campaign now.
Oh, yes.
And this is not
all the people he's got.
Completed a year.
It's just that people got, and we're preaching to the choir. I think the people listening to this show, we're preaching to the choir. But his path is to dismantle America and reshape it so that there is no more opposition. And when he told that lady, vote for me, you'll never have to vote again, it was a plan to eliminate the voting put the troops in the cities, get people out who he believes were voting illegally, all that stuff. It's not just one targeted response. He's going to make it so that Democrats just freaking give up and don't even want to get involved. Yes. I mean, how long has he been doing shit for the last 2 months and we ain't even talked about it? Because we tired of talking about it.
Yeah, I mean, I think
he's trying to make them just give up and submit.
Yeah.
Because people should be way more upset. We should be walking around with our heads on fire. I said this in like February. We should be walking around with our heads on fire. And people are just, I'm tired of walking around with my hair on fire. It's hard. It's hard to wake up every day and be mad.
Yeah, but I think Americans are resilient. And I think that they will just wait this out. I mean, it's only 4 years, right?
Wait it out, dude. He's talking about running for a third term, and y'all think he's playing.
Yeah, but that's
y'all think he's playing.
Y'all
think he's playing. Nothing's prohibited when the Supreme Court says, fine, we'll let you do it. Y'all got to, I'll say y'all, people have to stop thinking, well, he won't be able to get away with it. He's getting away with everything we said he couldn't get away with. Don't think it's going to stop at voting. Don't think it's going to stop at whatever else you can think of. It's not going to stop.
He has commission. Remember we talked about.
It's not going to stop.
I think we talked about this, Paul. He has. Was it the Rose Garden that he took the grass up and changed put concrete there?
Right. He took Obama's picture down. There's so much shit out there that I can't even express it all. But yes, he took Obama's picture out of somewhere prominent in the White House and moved it up some steps and out of the way so can't nobody see it. I mean, that's some petty ass shit, but people aren't giving a fuck anymore because he does so much stuff. He's meeting, we should be upset. He's meeting with Putin in Alaska. They ain't been in Alaska in like 100 years.
Yeah.
We ain't letting no Russians come back to Alaska. This is stupid.
You seem a little upset about it.
I'm upset because nobody else is upset, which makes me not want to be upset anymore.
But there's a lot of people that are upset.
But there's not.
But
remember in February I said
not in power.
Right.
That's the problem.
Democrats, look, y'all. Democrats got to get off these social warrior crusades for individuals' rights of a particular section of society because that is not a popular topic
he
to
took
put
down MLK's bus too.
Yeah. It's a whole bunch of shit. But it's just like the talking points that the Democrats are going after. They call them progressive rights. Y'all need to come back to the center so y'all can grab some people in your coalition and win a freaking election. You can't put somebody out there who's got a far left agenda. Even if it's not far left, they're going to call it far left. But if you don't come back to the center and grab people to move into your voting camp, if you down a hill because a transgender person can't play sports and that's the topic that you're spending all your money on and projecting, you're not going to win very many votes. It's whether I agree with you or not, it's not winning the votes. You got to pull people into your camp.
Yeah, good night, young lady.
You got to pull people into your camp and make them fight for something that you want to fight in. But if the top of your agenda is we're going to make sure transgender people get to play sports, it's just not you don't want down that hill in politics.
Why do you have to bring that up?
That's the only one I can think of. But there's
a lot. Is that such a bad advocacy?
Okay, it's not. But
they just talk about humanity.
It's not. But if you advocate for something that is not something that's going to induce people to join your camp, they're not going to join your camp. You got to go after
I understand why you use that example. There's so many.
It's the only one that I could think of that was.
But why'd you chose that one?
Because I'm gonna tell you why I chose it.
There's so many you could have used.
No, there's not so many.
There's not
so many. That's one that
issue.
That's that's an issue that they put on the top of their list.
That's not true.
Okay, well just look at Kamala Harris's what she ran on.
The
stuff she ran on was Trump's bad, and I'm going to fight for. That's one thing she was fighting for. It's not at the top of anybody's list. No. There was a lot of.
I don't think that was at the top of the Democratic list.
But all you got to do is look at.
I think it stood out because
all you got to
people
do
wanted
is look
it
at
to
the
stand
debates
out.
and see what they argue over, and that's one of the things they argued over. That's not a top of the list debate topic. It's just not.
Yeah.
it's not going to win you votes in your camp that wants just do the same thing.
Woke is over in politics. Dems have no viable alternative
right,
to the
right,
Republican
exactly.
agenda.
If you start,
well, when you control the whole agenda and you control it for so long, you're gonna fall into an area where everybody likes, like immigration. Let me just tell you, there's a lot of people that there are very few people who just despise anything about immigration. Everybody will tell you, Paul, that there's something about immigration and immigration enforcement that they are in favor of, right? So every Democrat is not saying don't deport, don't deport. There are Democrats who are saying, no, you got to deport these people, you got to deport these people.
But the right way.
Yeah, but the right way.
The problem is that you cannot.
So what I'm saying is that
you can't make some of these issues so polar opposites that people got to just join a camp or die. In other words, if
you don't think the
immigration,
Democrats are doing that though, don't you think that was?
They're losing on every issue, every topic, and it's because of the way they message it.
Yeah.
You can message, or you can just, you know what? Politics is different now. Just freaking lie about what you're gonna do and what you agree with, and then get in office and do whatever the hell you want.
No, he don't want.
That's the new politics.
I know, but we
lie about everything you're gonna do and get in office and do what you want.
Well, that's
new politics.
If I run for public office again, which is highly likely that I would run for again, I'm not going to lie. I'm just going to tell the truth about what I think needs to be done. And
local
people are
politics,
going to agree.
I agree with you. Local
disagree.
politics is different from national politics. Local politics, people will hold you to your honesty because it's a smaller base of people that you're drawing from to vote for. But when it's a large base of people, like
nobody's going to be
tens
able
and
to confront
twenties
the
of millions,
president and say, "Oh,
right,
you lied about this."
Right? They're not going to be able to catch you on everything. So what he does is he's on camera and he says, "I don't know about no fucking Project 225. What is that? I ain't never heard of that. Y'all crazy. They making it all up. They're making it all up. Then as soon as you get in office, Project 25. Let's go. Let's hit it."
Yeah.
And that's what you do. And that's what he's doing. And you cannot convince his base that he's lying. So stop spending energy trying to convince his base that he's lying. You're not going to convince him.
What is your prediction as we sit here right now about the midterms? I know we're some far away.
We're going to be cheated out of our midterms. That's a sad prediction, but that's what it is. We think that surely they're going to lose by a landslide, but the polling's not really saying that right now. It's not. And what they're going to do is, while we're sitting here thinking we're going to win by a landslide, they're like, yeah, you're going to win by a landslide. And they're just redistricting so that you can't win by a landslide, that you can't win at all. That's what they're doing in Texas. They're just saying, oh, shit, we're going to lose this election. We're supposed to redraft the districts every 10 years. We're doing it every 5 years. Screw it. We're just doing it every 5 years, and ain't nothing they can do about it. We're just going to redraw them right now so we don't lose the next midterm. And people's heads should be on fire. People don't even know that this is going on. People don't even realize that that's why people are probably like, well, they redraw the maps all, they gerrymander all the time. Gerrymandering needs to be done away with. What they don't realize is, yeah, they gerrymander all the time, but they do it at a specific time slot that's authorized by law. Now they're just like, fuck the time slot, we're going to do it right now so we make sure we win. That's exactly what Trump said. Vote for me, you'll never have to vote again. What he meant to say was, vote for me, you'll never have to vote again because we're going to redo all the maps so the Democrats never win again. That's what he meant to say. That's not what he said. People's heads should be on fire. Get your heads out of TikTok and pay attention to what's going on. Democracy is going to die on you, and not because someone took it from you, it's because we didn't pay attention. That's what's going to happen. You're going to lose democracy as you know it because you just didn't pay attention.
Well, if you
it's hard, man.
If you stop
it's hard though.
watching
It's hard to be mad every day.
If you stop watching TikTok, make sure you watch the drive home.
You part of the problem.
No, I'm part.
You part of the problem.
How am I part of the problem?
You part of the problem. It's a distraction.
How am I part of the problem?
It's a big distraction. I know.
Everything he does out of Washington
I got
is a
you.
distraction.
Everything can't be all about politics, but man, people aren't paying attention. I can't get out a vote. You know,
I think people
are
exhausted.
I'm one vote. People are exhausted, but you can't be. You know, if someone's whooping you on the ground and punch you in the face, you can't just get tired and say, "Oh, I'm just taking this beating," because that's what's going on. You can't get tired. You can't just take the beating.
Paul has said it like it should be said, y'all. So
it upsets me, but I feel powerless. I feel powerless.
All right. Well, Paul, I'll give you the last word.
There ain't no last word. We gotta. We say it every show. Pay attention. Stuff is going on that it's going to hurt you down the road. And if there was something I said we could do about it, there is, but they haven't tried to gerrymander Kentucky. There's no need. But, you know, when they start redrawing the maps so that they can win, there's a problem. In other words, you got a state like Texas. And Texas might have, I don't know how many representatives they have, but let's just say they got 32, okay? Texas has 32 House of Representatives. But if you look at the polling, the state might be 46% Democrat and 54% Republican. Still a slight edge. So that means if you took 46% of 32, you should probably get, you know, 14, maybe 13 representatives that are Democrat, and the other 18 might be Republican. Well, if you redraw the districts so that you only get 7 Democrats and the rest are Republicans, that ain't right.
Right.
You redrew the districts so that all the districts marginalize the Democratic vote so that they don't get any House of Representatives. You say, well, why is that a big deal, Paul? Because the House of Representatives are the ones who let Trump get away with what he's doing. He's doing it out in our face. And then we say, what is our protection, Carl? What is our protection? It'll go to the Supreme Court and they'll do the right thing. No, the fuck they won't.
Oh, wow.
You know they won't. They haven't done it yet. They're part of
You said
the plan.
You've used 3 words of profanity.
I'm a little upset.
Well, I know,
but
you
they
get
are
upset
part
talking
of
to Trump, but
the Supreme Court is
you've
part.
used a lot of words of profanity on this show tonight.
I'm sorry to all those
So
housewives and moms who have kids listening. Cover your ears.
Well, I mean, even adults don't want to hear a whole lot
what
of
is
cursing.
That's not a lot of cursing. I didn't
You-
say the F word.
It says yes, you did.
I said freaking.
You said the F word.
We edited
then you
this.
just
It said freaking.
No, this is live.
No, you can edit it. Well, you can. You just cut that out.
Okay.
Just edit it out.
Well, I mean, I'm just gonna.
He's
admonish
gonna
you.
edit all that out,
I'm
y'all.
just gonna admonish you.
Admonish? You a judge now?
Not, no, I'm not a judge.
Well,
but
you
I
admonishing
just,
me.
I'm just gonna admonish you.
I ain't
not
been
to use
admonished
so
in
much
10 years. 20.
Your wife never admonished you?
No, ain't no admonishment going on in my house.
Yeah. See, there you go, Madeline. Thank you. I
What's
thought it was
Madeline?
me.
Oh, well, that's going to be edited out,
you cursing.
Madeline. That's going to be edited out. All right?
Gavin Newsom is threatening to redline in California.
Again, that's not a solution either. What Trump is doing is illegal, and we can't be assured that the Supreme Court will follow the law as we thought it was. And if they let you redistrict every 5 years, then why not redistrict every 2 years? Why not redistrict every year? It's crazy. Like, why would this be even thought of by any normal politician? Normal politicians be like, that's the rule. We're going to follow the rule because the rule of law is what makes our country great. Trump comes in and he's a gangster. And he's just like, I'm going to make all new rules and they're going to all benefit me. And by the time I'm done, I'll be a third-term president. That's what he's going to do.
Yeah. All right. We'll give you the last word.
There ain't no last word. I don't need the last word. I don't said it.
You don't need the
Everybody's
last word.
It's upsetting.
It is upsetting. Okay, so Paul, they are laughing at you.
No, she likes what I said. You got to misinterpret. Who's chunky in the rear, small in the middle?
I don't know. This is what they're talking about. It said, Carl, I don't know what I'm doing, Madeline. What am I'm doing?
Yeah, we kind of
that has
behind.
to stop. She Chinese up, top black at the bottom. Oh, wow. What is that?
You know what that means.
What does it mean? Oh, flat at the top and black at the bottom.
TRUMP.
So big. Crazy is spelled Trump. Yeah.
TRUMP. That's what it means.
What do you mean?
Just forget it. Just forget it.
Go get who, Madeline? What are y'all talking about? We've been sitting here talking serious stuff, and y'all have been having this little conversation among yourselves that we don't know what it is. Anyway, Paul, last
goes back to what we were saying. You know, you got to pay attention to what's going on, y'all. I'm sure y'all find this boring, but the problem is they want you to find this boring, so you don't pay attention. I mean, and the protests aren't doing any good because he don't care about the protests. So I tell you to go out and protest, but I didn't protest. Y'all didn't protest. It don't matter. I don't know what to do. What are we gonna do, Carl? What are we gonna do? What are we gonna do if they just say they redistrict Kentucky and now there are no Democratic representatives? Could you imagine that?
Listen, when there is a situation where everybody looks the same, Like if you put all people in blue in one room, they will start advocating for different shades of blue, and they will create factions and cultures that are different from the ones in the blue. So I'm just telling you that even if it's 100% Republican, some are going to be different. And maybe that's when things will catch up and come back to normal. I don't know. Maybe it's going to be on the blue side. But that's happened, right? When there's been super Republican majorities, there's been some who just fall out of line. When there's been super Democratic majorities, there have been some who will fall out of line.
That's not happening anymore because there's so much
No,
dirt.
we just haven't given it time.
There's some
It just
time.
seems-
It's been 16 years.
Paul, he's only been in since January, but it seems like
You
it's been
forgot
4
about
years.
what he did before
No,
January.
I understand what he did.
It's only been 8 months.
I understand what
He's
he
done
did.
screwed. The tariffs aren't going to work because he's too stupid to realize that we tried tariffs back in 1929. It led to the Great Depression. Every economist who's worth the salt tells people that on a daily basis, and he don't care. He's in his own little. I ain't even a bubble. He's not even in a bubble. He is in his own atmosphere where he believes he's the smartest person in the room, or he doesn't even have to believe he's the smartest person in the room. He just believes I'm gonna do what I want to do, and he may know that the tariffs. This is my evil thoughts. He knows the tariffs are gonna lead to a depression, and he don't care. Think about that. He don't care. You got a president of the United States who's like, hey, what you're doing is going to lead us to a Great Depression. So what?
So what happens in a depression?
What do you mean what happens?
I mean, just give me an example of what happens in depression.
Stock
then we can
market
figure out why
drops,
he
the
doesn't. Okay, so what
value
if
of the
stock
dollar
market
drops, the demand is high, and
If he's got $20 billion in the bank, what difference does it make if the stock market drops?
well, that's what happens when you put a narcissist in the White
No,
House.
I'm asking a question, Paul. I want an answer. What happens if he has $20 billion in the bank and the stock market crashes every day for the
Well,
next
if it's in the
20
bank,
days?
nothing. If it's in the stock market, a lot. His money is in.
Why
real,
is it that you don't understand why he doesn't care?
Well, I know why he doesn't care. His money's in real estate mostly. He doesn't feel like that's.
Yeah, but
that's why he wants to control the Fed and wants the interest rates to go down
and
because
all of that.
he's in real estate.
But you know as well as I do, Donald Trump is on his way out. So
On his way out of where?
I mean, he's aged. He's aged. You know, I mean, that's the point.
Carl, I want you to mark this down. He's going to try to run for a third term.
No, I
and
understand
the
that,
Supreme
Paul,
Court's
but
going to back him.
Yeah,
so you can say he's old and everything. I don't think he's even in control. But
well, of course he's not. There are some people in particular that are running things. But anyway, Paul, we are way over time.
Sorry.
So anyway, I'll give you the last word. What
what is the last word? Donald Trump is a threat to democracy.
That's it.
That's
your story, and you're sticking to it.
You disagree?
No, I don't disagree.
All right.
Anyway, y'all, this has been Conscious Fever here on Ice Entertainment Television, Conscious Fever Radio. I am Carl Price, your host. That is Paul Mullins. We've been trying to just talk some stuff because the bus stop thing is serious. So we really need to think about that. We need to talk about how we're going to let me look at this comment real quick. What is this? This comment, Paul, what is this? Okay, I'm not going to till I say this. Carl, please try to open the jar, cause life is lifting her by and things. Okay, bye, y'all.
Please try to open the jar. What jar?
I don't know. Anyway, it's Conscious Fever, Carl Price, Paul
cookie
Mullins.
Jar?
Huh?
Cookie jar?
Well, I think they have a different definition for cookie jar, so we don't want to talk about that on the family
Oh, good
show.
Lord.
Anyway, we'll see.
Are you sure about that?
Listen, Paul. While you were talking, I was
Reading.
away watching the comments. The cookie jar that they're talking about is not the cookie jar with crunches and chocolate chips in them. Okay? Is that okay for you? Do you understand?
I don't understand, no.
Okay, you want to go back through the comments to see how they were talking about the cookie jar?
I can't see them right now.
Because I'm trying to keep this show as family as possible, so I don't want to talk in details about.
I already dropped 3
about their
F-bombs.
cookie jar.
I don't normally, Carl, tell the truth. I don't normally walk around cussing like that.
No, you don't. You only cuss when you come
talk
on this
about
show.
Trump, right?
Or when you talk about Trump. All right, Paul. Tell everybody goodbye.
All right, peace out.
We'll see y'all next week.
Thank you for watching the Conscious Fever podcast. We will see you next week. When you need the best sound, when you want the best songs, tune in. We're here for you. The best radio in town all day long.
I was born by the river in a little tent. Like the river I've been running ever since. It's been a long time coming, but I know a change gonna come. Oh yes it will. It's been too hard living, but I'm afraid to die. 'Cause I don't know what's up there beyond the sky. It's been a long time coming, but I know a change gonna come. Oh yes it is. Then I go to my brother. And I say, brother, help me please. But he wind up knocking me back down on the knees. There've been times that I thought I couldn't last for long, but now I think I'm able, Father, to carry on. And it's been a long time coming, but I know change gonna come. Oh, yes it is. Yes it is. Yes it is. Said I know that a change is gonna come one day. I know a change